Good morning. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm so happy to see you. I'm Jana with Crochet Crafts by Jana. Today is market day. Woo! So right now I have a couple things ready to go. The rest is packed in the car, and I have my beautiful mother with me.
Hi!
Typically, my husband goes with me on these market events, but he had to work, so my wonderful mother decided to help me. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
So we're gonna start heading over to set up, and I will see you in a bit. Alright, we have made it to our destination. So now we just gotta unpack all of our stuff and bring it all in. Got our work cut out for us. Hey, just checking in. It's an hour into the show and I have made one sale. One sale so far. Not the best, but we will check in every hour and I'll let you know how it's going. Hi guys.
Hey. Oh, you restarted?
Okay, 2 hours into the market. It picked up a little bit. I only sold one thing within the first hour. Then in the second hour, I sold 5 things. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. A lot better. So that is the second hour check-in. How many more? 3 more hours, and we will see how it goes. Three hours in, and in the last hour I made one sale. Whoopee. It's still slow, but we still have 2 more hours to go, and I'll check in the next hour. Hi, checking in. It is 2 o'clock, and I did not sell anything in the last hour, so that's cool. Just 1 more hour to go. And it'd be awesome if like 50 people filed in and each one at my table. But I doubt it. Hi again. It is almost 6:30, a couple hours after the market. And it is my worst market yet. It was not good at all. Oh my gosh, which you know already because of the check-ins and only selling like one thing an hour. That was a first for me. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. I could be negative. So I'm still trying to stay positive about it. I still made a tiny profit, which is awesome, but it's just not what I hoped it would be. Hyping yourself up for a market like this, for it to come out the way it did, is kind of poopy. But, you live and you learn. It's a risk you have to take when you try out all these different markets, these vendor fairs. You never know how it's going to turn out. But let's go over what I sold. And look at that list. What a long list of what I have sold. Okay, the first thing I sold was a mini octo for $5. It was a little boy who was looking over all my stuff, and there was I had them in all different colors, but there was this one bright red one, and that one really he was about it, so he got that. Next up was one of my reindeers. It was the lighter brown color with the green scarf. That one was sold to, he was about 2 years old. His mom was carrying him as she was looking over my table, and she was pointing out certain things, and then when she picked up the reindeer, he snatched it and brought it and cuddled with it, and she was like, all right, that's the one. So that one was actually pretty cute. So I sold one of my reindeer. And I only had 2 of my mini triceratops, one in blue and one in purple. And both of those sold to these 2 little sisters. It was adorable. Last minute, I made a little sea turtle I tried looking around for like mini sea turtles because big ones are cool, but I wanted something faster to make. So I followed this pattern to make this baby sea turtle, and I only made one because after I put the eyes in, the eyes were way too big. I used my 20mm eyes, and when I put them in, he looked angry. I don't know why, he just looked mad. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna do that again. So I only made one, and that one sold. I finally sold one of my pickles. If you remember from my last market recap, I didn't sell one pickle out of my pickle jar, even though so many people were just like, oh, look at those pickles, they're so cute, but no one ever really got them. So I finally sold one pickle. And then last on my list is the cat buns. I had a decent amount of cat buns, but my pink and white cat buns sold. So yeah, that is my wonderful list of what I have sold. And in total, I made $71. Woo! Amazing! But I paid $20 for my spot. So technically I made $51. It is what it is, and the event lasted from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So it was not very good. There wasn't even food available. You had to bring your own food, which I mean is no big deal. I brought some fajitas I had made from home. Mother, if you're watching, thank you so much for attending this market with me and for helping me. Even though it was not the best experience, I'm glad I could experience with you. I always make sure to write down everything that sells and what the total has come to. I write the date, I write where it was held, I write the hours, so that way I know if it's a good market. And what I wrote down on this one, it says, do not recommend. I don't think I'll be going to that one again, ever. I don't know if it was their first time doing it or what, but the traffic was terrible. There was not really anyone there, and the people that were there shopping was not my demographic, like at all, which is surprising. They would just look at my stuff and walk on by like, okay, next. No interest. Which is fine. That's fine. I'm not upset about that. It's just, this kind of stinks. I thought this was going to be my last market of the year, but a friend reached out and sent me a vendor sign up for one in December 7th. And actually that one is on both a Saturday and a Sunday. I can't remember the hours, but that one I think was $70 to hold your spot for that weekend. And it's at an elementary school. So there's gonna be lots of kids there. I feel like my biggest demographic is kids. So this next market coming up, I feel is ideal, and I couldn't pass it up. And I don't have to worry about making a bunch of stock because I didn't really sell that much. I mean, those were the last of my triceratops, but I don't really enjoy making those, so I don't think I'll make more. I'll probably need to make more reindeer because it'll still be, you know, December, early December. Other than that, I don't think there's a whole lot of prepping I'll need to do, to be honest. This was the one time I had my Square available to take card, but no one used card. It was cash and Venmo. So that was interesting. I was really hoping to kind of give it a shot, but it is what it is. After I got home, my husband had got home from work and I told him about it, and he's like, hey, at least you made something. At least you're not negative. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. And I was like, but all the money I've made needs to go towards yarn, because I previously mentioned that a family member of mine did a custom order asking me to make 2 donkeys, one a dark gray and one brown, and they wanted my 2 voodoo dolls. Well, they came back and were like, hey, sorry, can we exchange the voodoo dolls and make those guardian angels? And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. I haven't given the voodoo dolls to them yet or anything, so I was like, oh yeah, sure. So I was looking around at different patterns, and they were wanting like cute little angel dolls to give to their grandkids, 2 girls. And I was looking around, and I was thinking of using the chenille yarn for this, but I couldn't find any patterns using that yarn. It was all using like acrylic or cotton. I had to do a little bit of searching, but I finally found one. I'll post it here. I really like the look of this one. I think it's super cute. After I got home from the market and I was talking with my husband, he was like, well, let's just go ahead and go get that done. Get you your yarn. And I was like, okay. So we went to Joann's and I got me some yarn. My biggest thing was I don't have skin tone yarn. So obviously when I saw the Lion brand skein tones, that made me giggle. It always makes me giggle every time I look at it. I love it. So obviously I had to give this one a shot for making these dolls. So I have the skin tone, I have the white for the angel gown and the wings, and each doll will have a different hair color. One is going to be a brunette and one will be blonde. And then I had to get yellow for the halo. That was my day, was going to that market, you know, making a little profit, and then with that profit going straight to yarn to do a custom order. You know, I still had a good time. I'm happy I could have a loved one with me to help me set up and do all that good stuff. It was my first indoor market, so that was interesting. When I signed up for the market, it said there was only room for a 6-foot table. I didn't bring my extra table with me for more space. But when we got there, literally everyone had 8-foot tables. Everyone had 8-foot tables, and I was the only one to be given a small space. And I was like, what? I know I read it right. It's a 6-foot space. Like enough room for a 6-foot table. It's really difficult to try to fit a bunch of inventory on a small table, but you don't want it to look too busy, but you want everyone to see what you have because certain people will like certain things and you don't want to miss out. So that was kind of a bummer, having to deal with the different size table as compared to everyone who had 8-foot tables. But yeah, that is how the market went. I am sorry that it's not anything super exciting. Trust me, I'm bummed too. I wanted a super fancy market. Make $1,000. I'm just kidding. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. Like I said, I will not be going to this market again. I am hoping that the next one in a couple of weeks is better. I'm hopeful, mostly because it's at an elementary school with a bunch of kids. So yeah, I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you watching this video and spending some time with me. I love seeing you here. I love you guys. You're the best. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you know when I post. You don't want to miss out on all my crochet content. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!